Hey there, Blue Mages, Liam here. I'm going to go through Red, Fraught, and Blue, stage 29, and I'm going to be doing this in sort of the bare minimum setup. So for this, I'm going to be using Ethereal Mimicry, and I have that set to Healer. Palm Cure to go with the Ethereal Mimicry. I have Electrogenesis and Reflux, but I'm actually just going to drop Electrogenesis. I can use just Reflux for this. I have Sonic Boom, and this is for Act 1 DPS. Diamondback, that's for surviving Big Splash. Exuviation is to cleanse Throttle. Flying Sardine is to interrupt Fluid Swing. And then we just have our Bristle and Song of Torment here as our standard DPS setup. Or standard damage over time setup. So here, I am going to just hop right in. And you'll notice I'm not using any primals except for Palm Cure, which is technically a primal. But I'm not using any damaging ones. We're going to be doing this with basically our bare minimum setup. And also, I am using my healer and DPS gear, which is my spell speed and determination setup. So this is not going to be relying on crits or direct hits. There is as little RNG as is possible in this. We are simply relying on our raw damage. So for Sea of Flames, we just have to sidestep it, just like Ifrit Eruption. He'll use Pyretic. For Pyretic, we just stop everything. Stand still. Don't turn your camera, don't move. Once the debuff is gone, we move again. And we can put up another Bristled Song of Torment. Excuse me. Let's cast Pillar of Flame, but note that one Pillar of Flame is not really going to kill us. You'll see it does 12,000 damage. I did almost die there, just because I hadn't healed up from before. But if you need to take a Pillar of Flame hit, you totally can. He'll use Rush. At about that distance, it does, 6,500. Not too bad. He should be casting Flare Star. Yep, there it is. And this is what spawns the Fire Tornadoes. So we're going to stand slightly off the side here from the safe spot. We'll dodge the Tornadoes. Interrupt his Fluid Swing. The next time the Tornadoes attack, we bait their attacks. He also casts a Pillar of Flame here. Pillar of Flame will then be on the perimeter. He casts Rush, and there's also Tornado attacks. So we run out here. After this, there will be another set of Pillar of Flame. We'll come back to the center. And it's going to be right here. But again, you can take a hit of Pillar of Flame and still live. Just Palm Cure up right after. We'll cast Fluid Swing again. We just interrupt that, throw a fish at him. Sea of Flames is our eruption that we have to dodge. I'll use Pyretic. Just gonna get a Palm Cure on myself really quick, and then we just stand still. Watch for our debuff. Once it's gone, we move. I'm not gonna bother putting up Song of Torment, he's already pretty low, so we'll just finish him off with Sonic Booms. There's Pillar of Flame. There's Rush, but we should be able to kill him. Yep, we kill him before it goes off. Otherwise, we just run to the other side and we'll be fine. Alright, next we've got Shikigami of the Undertow. This is the one that people tend to struggle with. It's going to cast Protean Wave. Just dodge the first one. Can't dodge the second one. So we're just spamming Reflux on him here. He puts Throttle on us, so we just cast Exuviation to get rid of that. He does Ferrofluid. We got Opposites Attract, so we go out to the outside. He pulls us in, stuns us, and does a little AoE around him. Next is Fluid Ball. This will drop AoEs where we happen to be standing. So we just sidestep. Sidestep. I'm going to top myself off a little bit here. He returns to the center. He'll cast Watery Grasp. I'm going to Bristle so that my first thing hits hard. We then Look at his left hand here. 1, 2, 3. Right hand's dead. He's casting Fluid Swing. Always watch for that. So we interrupt, finish off the right hand, and now go back to pumping him. So hands are dead. That is the hardest part of this fight, and we did it. So we are going to diamond back the Big Splash. Come out, we'll just top ourselves up. And he'll cast Cascade. This is what spawns the water tornadoes. The water tornadoes don't hit too hard, so you don't have to completely dodge their attacks, but, you know, why take extra damage? Interrupt his Fluid Swing. Dodge the tornadoes. He'll cast Protean Wave. Dodge the first one. Get hit by the second one. No problem. Dodge Vs. He casts Fluid Ball. So we move, cast, move, cast. Move to the safe spot from the tornado explosions. He puts Throttle on us again and a Fluid Swing. So we interrupt the Fluid Swing, then cleanse the Throttle. So we're basically just rinse and repeating now at this point. It's going to do a Ferrofluid. This is same one, so it's going to repel. Pushes us back. Then there's the external AoE there. Fluid Swing, so we just interrupt, no problem. Refresh our Song of Torment. Fluid Ball, so be ready to move. Here's another Big Splash. So we just diamond back. Cascade, he's going to spawn some more tornadoes. There's a Fluid Swing. And we just finish him off. There we go. So no primals except Palm Cure. We only used Reflux and Sonic Boom. Sardine to interrupt, Exuviation, Diamondback. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So you don't need to rely on crits. You don't need to have primals. But if you practice enough, you can just do the mechanics and you should be fine. If you have any further questions about this, you know, feel free to ask me. This wasn't meant to be like a huge flex, like, look at how good I am that I can do this with no spells. It's just meant to show that, like, the spells that I use in my initial clear video are not absolutely required here. If you know the mechanics well enough, you can get through with basically just these. Realistically, since my mana was fine, I could switch this to a DPS Mimic and just use White Wind. You know, obviously primals are going to be better. You can use Shock Strike on one of the hands to kill it really fast. But I would say this is probably the bare minimum here. I wouldn't try to go in with, you know, maybe I wouldn't use like Sharpened Knife, for example, as my only DPS spell. You probably won't be able to kill the hands fast enough that way. So definitely recommend at least getting correct aspected spells. And then these other things that are basically required to clear it: Diamondback, Exuviation, and Sardine. All right, so if you have any other questions, like I said, feel free to contact me. But otherwise, yeah, good luck. If you liked this video, feel free to check out these other ones. While you're at it, sting that subscribe button, share your bad breath in the comments, and stay tuned for more Blue Mage content.